SBR TV, I'm Peter Loshak. We are continuing our College Bowl coverage right now with Dave Golikoff, senior sports columnist for AskMen.com, who I'm very happy to say gave us two winners in the first two bowls he covered with us. Now we're going to take a look at the Sun Bowl, which is Utah and Georgia Tech. And this is a very interesting game. Pretty much any game involving Georgia Tech is an interesting one. And Georgia Tech is a 3.5-point favorite here, but Georgia Tech has particularly not done well in bowls in recent years, which makes some sense because, you know, there's an element of surprise that Georgia Tech always uses in their games, and if teams have a lot of time to prepare for them, they tend to, you would think, theoretically tend to do better, and that has happened in bowl games. Utah has been particularly good in bowl games in recent years, so that makes you think that maybe they're particularly good at preparing for a team, which would give them even a bigger edge here against Georgia Tech. Also, Utah is used to playing this kind of offense when they used to play Air Force pretty regularly, so they know what to prepare for, and also Utah does have a strong defense in general, run defense in general, which might give them an extra edge against Georgia Tech. So I'm looking at this overall. I'm thinking maybe Utah getting 3.5 points is a good bet. Utah's kicker is a bit iffy though, so that makes me a little bit nervous. So I'm also leaning towards the under at 50.5. You know, if Utah can slow down Georgia Tech, there's not going to be much offense on their part, and the game will probably stay under 50.5. How do you see this game, Dave Golikoff?
Yeah, I like Utah in this contest, and you know, I know you mentioned a lot of the points there. I would agree with them. Utah, you've got the 7th-ranked rush defense in the nation going against Georgia Tech, and we know Georgia Tech, they have to run the ball to win. Then we've got a Georgia Tech rush defense that has been absolutely abysmal this year, giving up 163 yards on the ground per game. So really, you know, you've got the situation with Utah and their quarterback starting a new quarterback, or, you know, he's not new now, but he's been starting down the stretch of the season since Jordan Wynn went out. So they're not going to have to, you know, put the whole burden on him to win the game. They'll be able to run and keep the pressure off of him. Really, it's just, you know, Utah, great run defense, and Georgia Tech, you know, you give Utah extra time to prepare. I think really that's just going to help a good run defense get even better. And they know how to play this team. There's evidence all over the place that they're able to stop an offense like this. So I really like Utah in this spot, plus the points.
Yeah, I would kind of agree with you. And what do you think about the under? You think the under might be worth a small shot as well, 50.5?
I would definitely lean to the under. And, you know, Utah, as I mentioned, all over the place, that run defense should be able to contain a Georgia Tech team that, you know, that does so well on the ground. So I think that I would lean to the under, but I really like Utah's side.
All right. Thanks so much, Dave Golikoff, senior sports columnist from AskMen.com. We'll see how these bowls go.